Good morning, everyone. Please rise for the start of the session.
Kuya, ako sa'yo, mag-building naman.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our 40th regular session. This 40th regular session is now called to order. May I request Honorable Enad to lead the prayer to be followed by the singing of the national anthem and the recitation of the Councilor's Creed.
Let's put ourselves in the presence of God. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty God, we stand in your holy presence as our supreme judge. We humbly beseech you to bless and inspire us so that what we think, say, and do will be in accordance with your will. Enlighten our minds, strengthen our spirit, and fill our hearts with fraternal love, wisdom, and understanding, so that we become effective channels of truth, justice, and peace. In our proceedings today, guide us in the path of righteousness for the fulfillment of your greater glory. Amen.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw, may dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang islap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng walhati pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
I am a Philippine councilor, mandated by law to enact measures and ordinances that redound to the general welfare of our constituents and their pursuit for happiness, peace, and prosperity. I believe in public service above self as a guiding principle of my special acts. And as I tread the pathways of local legislation, may the Almighty guide my mind and heart that I shall be true to my constituents and to the people.
Once again, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our 40th regular session dated October 5, 2020. At this point in time, may I request our Secretary, Madam Lorraine Velo, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. President. Again, nice morning to each and every one. For the roll call of attendance for the 40th regular session of the 8th City Council, dated October 5, 2020. Honorable John Reggie Gavina, City Vice Mayor, Presiding Officer.
Present.
Present. Honorable Jano Paulo P. Hinteles. Present. Honorable Gregorio U. Duhali III, MP, MDMG.
Present.
Present. Honorable Attorney Devona Itzumamil. She is on special leave. Honorable Emeterio E. Blase. Present. Honorable Flopon Royal A. Catalan. Present. Honorable Attorney Wendell A. Minad. Present. Honorable Emmanuel G. Pamisaran. Is not yet around. Honorable Dizon P. Namuag, MBA. Also not yet around. Honorable Renante F. Bangoy. Present. Honorable Wahid B. Ranain. Present. Honorable Conrad Tudor A. Matutino. Present. Honorable Adato Rodrigo A. Ambasan. He is on sick leave. Honorable Danica Laika M. Karisma. Present. Honorable Dizon P. Namuag, MBA. Present. So there are 11 in attendance, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. This 40th regular session is now in order and in quorum. point in time, I request our floor leader, Honorable Duhali, to facilitate our proceedings. Go
All
ahead.
right.
Good morning.
All right, my courtesy to the Honorable Presiding Officer, and good morning to each and everyone. Honorable Presiding Officer, at this juncture, let me pass a resolution dispensing the reading of the journal and minutes of the 39th regular session of the 8th City Council dated September 28, 2020. I assume, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Duhali, duly seconded by Honorable Matutino, Honorable Blase, and Honorable Gentiles. Any comments, amendments, objections? Hearing none. The motion dispensing the reading of the journal and minutes of the 39th regular session of the 8th City Council dated September 28, 2020 is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, in connection, Honorable Presiding Officer, at this juncture, let me pass again a resolution for the approval of the journal and minutes of the 39th regular session of the 8th City Council dated September 28, 2020. I assume, Mr. President.
Again, it was moved by Honorable Duhali, duly seconded by Honorable Renain, Honorable Matutino. Any comments, amendments, objections? Hearing none, the motion approving the journal and minutes of the 39th regular session of the 8th City Council dated September 28, 2020 is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, for the privileged hour, nobody wants to avail. Honorable Presiding Officer, for the question R again, there's none. For the reading and referral of the proposed measure, can you do acknowledge the Secretary to the Sanggunian?
Okay, Madam Lordin is now recognized by the Chair. Go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you again, Mr. President and Mr. Floor Leader. For the reading and referral of proposed measures, we have two calendared items under proposed ordinance. A.1, Proposed City Ordinance Number 62, Series of 2020, amending Section 203, Article 25 of City Ordinance Number 02-13, entitled Code of Administrative Ordinance of 2012. Proponent, Honorable Attorney Wendell M. Inan.
Item A.1 to be referred to the Joint Committees on Health and Sanitation and Finance and Appropriations.
A.2, Proposed City Ordinance Number 63, Series of 2020, amending City Ordinance Number 88-15, entitled Increasing the Quarterly Honoraria of Barangay Tanods and Lupong Tagapamayapa of Panabo City and establishing guidelines and providing appropriations thereof. Proponent, Honorable Attorney Wendell M. Inan.
Item A.2 to be referred to the Joint Committees on Peace, Public Safety, and Anti-Drug Abuse and Finance and Appropriations.
We have none under proposed resolution. And for the petitions, requests, and other communications, we have 9 calendared items. C.1, letter from Jose E. Relampago, City Mayor, dated September 25, 2020, requesting for augmentation of appropriation in the amount of 1,460,512 pesos of the City Mayor's Office under the maintenance and other operating expenses. This is certified urgent.
Item C.1 to be referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriations.
C.2, letter from Jose E. Relampago, City Mayor, dated September 28, 2020, endorsing the request for augmentation of appropriation in the amount of 33,206 pesos of the City Social Welfare and Development Office under the maintenance and other operating expenses.
Item C.2 to be referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriations.
C.3, another letter from the City Mayor, Jose E. Relampagos, dated September 29, 2020, requesting for augmentation of appropriation in the amount of 5,000 pesos of the City Mayor's Office under Personal Services. This is also certified urgent.
Item C.3 to be referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriations.
C.4, Appropriation Ordinance Number 01, Series of 2020, embodying the calendar year 2020 supplemental budget number 01 of Barangay New Visayas, Panabo City, amounting to 300,811 pesos and 7 centavos.
Item C.4 to be referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriations.
C.5, Appropriation Ordinance Number 02, Series of 2020, embodying the calendar year 2020 Supplemental Budget Number 02 of Barangay New Visayas, Panabo City, amounting to 900,000 pesos.
Item C.5 to be referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriation.
C.6, another appropriation ordinance number 3, series of 2020, embodying the calendar year 2020 supplemental budget number 03 of Barangay New Visayas, Panabo City, amounting to 1,135,684 pesos and 87 centavos.
Item C.6 to be referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriation.
C.7, appropriation ordinance number 04, series of 2020, embodying the calendar year 2020 supplemental budget number 04 of Barangay Malativas, Panabo City, amounting to 50,000 pesos.
Item C.7 to be referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriations.
C.8, letter from Jose E. Relampago, City Mayor, dated September 28, 2020, endorsing the following CDC resolutions for appropriate action. These are all certified urgent. Item A, CDC Resolution Number 17, Series of 2020, recommending for approval of the Sangguniang Panglungsod of Panabo City, the Supplemental Updated Local Development Investment Program, number 3 for calendar year 2019 to 2021, containing various programs, projects, and activities. Item B, CDC Resolution Number 18, Series of 2020, recommending for approval of the Sangguniang Panglungsod of Panabo City, the Supplemental Annual Investment Program Number 4 for calendar year 2020, containing various programs, projects, and activities to be prioritized in the ensuing supplemental budget. And item C, CDC Resolution Number 19, Series of 2020, requesting the Sangguniang Panglungsod of Panabo City to favorably endorse to the Honorable Congressman Alan R. Duhali, MPA, District 2 of Davao del Norte, the following projects for funding. 1. Proposed construction of multi-purpose port and terminal. And 2. Proposed installation of solar street lights along national highways.
Item C.8 to be referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriation.
And C.9, letter from Jose E. Relampago, City Mayor, dated September 28, 2020, requesting authority to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement between the City of Panabo and the Philippine Statistics Authority, or PSA, Region 11, concerning the implementation of the Philippine Identification System, or PhilSys. This is certified urgent.
Honorable Presiding Officer, at this juncture, kindly do acknowledge Honorable Wendell Inad.
Honorable Enad is now recognized by the Chair.
Mr. Chair, in view of the urgency of the proposed measure and in relation to the need to kick off the said program by October 15, may I pray and request this august body that this matter be included under the unassigned business.
Okay, no problem. Nice, Barong. To assume by Honorable Enad, duly seconded by Honorable Duali, Honorable Henteles. Any comments, amendments, objections? Hearing none, the motion transferring item C.9 to the unassigned business is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right. Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Done with the petitions and other requests for other communication. At this juncture, Honorable Presiding Officer, we are now on the committee reports. Let me pass a resolution dispensing the reading of these 9 committee reports. I assume, Mr. President.
To assume by Honorable Duali, duly seconded by Honorable Blase and Honorable Henteles. Any comments, amendments, objections? Hearing none, the motion dispensing of the reading of the 9 committee reports is hereby duly carried and approved.
First to deliver his committee report, Honorable Presiding Officer, kindly do recognize the handsome Honorable Gregorio Duali III.
Okay, Honorable Duali is now recognized by the chair.
All right. I'm just kidding, Honorable Presiding Officer. At this juncture, let me pass a
It's true,
resolution.
no problem.
Let me pass the resolution. Adopting Committee Report number 3, Series of 2020, Committee on Public Works, Infra, and Parks and Plaza regarding the request for box culvert in Barangay Nubisayas as a result of the discussion during the question hour of the 36th regular session dated September 7, 2020. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Duali, duly seconded by Honorable Henteles, Honorable Matutino, and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested, therefore debate and interpellation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none, the motion adopting Committee Report number 3, Series 2020, Committee on Public Works, Infrastructures, Parks and Plaza, regarding request for box culverts in Barangay New Visayas as a result of the discussion during the question hour of the 36th regular session dated September 7, 2020 is hereby duly carried and approved.
Second, to deliver his committee reports, number 139, Honorable Presiding Officer, at this juncture, kindly do acknowledge the gray peppered hair gentleman from Barangay New Visayas, Honorable Wahid Ranain.
Okay, Honorable Ranain is now recognized by the chair.
Thank you so much, Mr. President, and thank you also my idol, gray papered hair, Honorable Duhali, and good morning to everyone. Mr. President, I would like to pass a resolution adopting Committee Report number 139, Series of 2020, Committee on Finance and Appropriation regarding Appropriation Ordinance number 2, Series of 2020, embodying the calendar year 2020, Supplemental Budget number 2 of Barangay Maduao, Panabo City, amounting to 20,000 pesos. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Ranain, duly seconded by Honorable Duhali and Honorable Matutino.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Once again, nobody seems interested, therefore debate and interpellation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments is now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none, the motion adopting Committee Report number 139, Series 2020, Committee on Finance and Appropriations, regarding Appropriation Ordinance number 2, Series of 2020, embodying the calendar year 2020, Supplemental Budget number 2 of Barangay Maduao, Panabo City, amounting to 20,000 pesos, is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, for the second time, Honorable Presiding Officer, kindly do again recognize Honorable Wahid Ranain.
Okay, again, Honorable Ranain is now recognized by the chair.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. I move to pass a resolution adopting Committee Report number 140, Series of 2020, Committee on Finance and Appropriation regarding request for augmentation of appropriation in the amount of 714,000 pesos under the City Mayor's Office. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Ranain, duly seconded by Honorable Duhali and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody again seems interested, therefore debate and interpellation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendment is now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none, the motion adopting Committee Report number 140, Series 2020, Committee on Finance and Appropriations, regarding request for augmentation of appropriation in the amount of 714,000 pesos under the City Mayor's Office is hereby duly carried and approved.
For this time, his omnibus resolution regarding Committee Report 141, 142, and 143. Once again, Honorable Presiding Officer, kindly do acknowledge Honorable Wahid Ranain.
Okay, again, Honorable Ranain is now recognized by the chair.
Thank you, Mr. President and Mr. Floor Leader. I move to pass an omnibus resolution adopting Committee Report number 141, Series of 2020, Committee on Finance and Appropriation regarding Appropriation Ordinance number 1, Series of 2019, embodying the calendar year 2020 annual budget of Barangay New Pandan amounting to 8,200,000 pesos. Report number 142 regarding Appropriation Ordinance number 1, Series of 2019, embodying the calendar year 2020 annual budget of Barangay Lower Panaga amounting to 3 million pesos. And report number 143 regarding appropriation ordinance number 1 series of 2019 embodying the calendar year 2020 annual budget of Barangay Little Panay amounting to 3,587,495 pesos and 33 centavos. I so move, Mr. President.
To sub Honorable Nanain, duly seconded by Honorable Duhali, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Matutino, and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Once again, nobody signifies his intention. Therefore, debate and interpellation is now closed up in the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none. The motion adopting committee report number 141, 142, and 143, all series 2020 on Committee on Finance and Appropriations is hereby duly carried and approved.
For the nth time, Honorable Presiding Officer, for his Committee on Zoning, Housing, and Urban Development, once again, can we do acknowledge Honorable Wahid Ranay?
Okay, again, Honorable Ranain is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you, Mr. President and Mr. Floor Leader. I move to pass a resolution adopting committee report number 64, series of 2020, Joint Committees on Housing, Zoning, and Urban Development, and Laws, Justice, and Human Rights Fact-Finding and Investigation regarding the authority of the City Mayor to sign the deed of donation between the City Government of Panabo and Vicente Losada concerning the donation of an alley located at Barangay New Visayas, Panabo City. I so move, Mr. President.
To sub Honorable Ranain, duly seconded by Honorable Blase, Honorable Lamuwag, and Honorable Matutino.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody again seems interested. Therefore, debate and interpellation is now closed up in the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none, the motion adopting committee report number 64, series 2020 on Joint Committees on Housing, Zoning, and Urban Development, and Laws, Justice, and Human Rights Fact-Finding and Investigation regarding request for authority of the City Mayor to sign the deed of donation between the City Government of Panabo and Vicente Lozada concerning the donation of an alley located at Barangay New Visayas, Panabo City is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, at this juncture, for his last committee report, number 65, can you do again acknowledge Honorable Wahid Ranain?
Okay, again, Honorable Ranain is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you so much, Mr. President and Mr. Floor Leader. I move to pass a resolution adopting committee report number 65, series of 2020 of the Joint Committees on Finance and Appropriation and Laws, Justice and Human Rights Fact-Finding and Investigation regarding request for authority of the City Mayor to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement between the City Government of Panabo and the Philippine Red Cross involving the grant of financial assistance to the latter in the amount of 200,000 pesos for the years 2019 and 2020. I so move, Mr. President.
To sub Honorable Ranain, duly seconded by Honorable Lamuwag and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems again interested. Therefore, debate and interpellation is now closed up in the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none, the motion adopting committee report number 65, series 2020, Joint Committees on Finance and Appropriations and Laws, Justice, and Human Rights Fact-Finding and Investigation regarding request for authority of the City Mayor to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement between the City Government of Panabo and the Philippine Red Cross involving the grant of financial assistance to the latter in the amount of 200,000 pesos for years 2019 and 2020 is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, at this juncture, Honorable Presiding Officer, on behalf of his co-chair, Honorable Emmanuel Pamizaran, kindly do acknowledge the lead chairman, Honorable Jano Paulo Hintiles.
Okay, good. Honorable Hintiles.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Floor Leader. Good morning to each and everyone. On behalf of the Committee on Ways and Means and Committee on Non-Government Organizations, this humble representation would like to pass a resolution adopting Committee Report Number 66, Series of 2020, Joint Committees on Ways and Means and Government Enterprises and Cooperatives and Non-Government Organizations, regarding the letter from Felipe C. Pagaduan Jr., Pirbemco Chairperson, Juvie A. Refuncion, Nirbemco Chairperson, and Sulpicio M. Lapined, Sitarbemco Chairperson, requesting Honorable John Ray G. Gavina, City Vice Mayor, through Honorable Emmanuel G. Pamisaran, City Councilor and Committee Chairperson on Cooperatives and Non-Government Organizations, for assistance on the issue concerning exemption on the payment of local taxes, including real property tax, covering the awarded land properties of the said cooperatives. I so move, Mr. Chair.
To sue by Honorable Hinteles, duly seconded by Honorable Blase, Honorable Lamuag, and Honorable Duhali.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
No one seems interested, therefore debate and interpellation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now on the period of amendments.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none, the motion adopting Committee Report Number 66, Series 2020, Joint Committees on Ways and Means and Government Enterprises and Cooperatives and Non-Government Organizations, regarding letter from Felipe C. Pagaduan Jr., Pirbemco Chairperson, Juvie A. Refuncion, Niarbeco Chairperson, and Sulpicio M. Lapined, Sitarbemco Chairperson, requesting Honorable John Ray Gavina, the City Vice Mayor, through Honorable Emmanuel G. Pamisaran, City Councilor and Committee Chairperson, Cooperatives and NGOs, for assistance on the issue concerning the exemption on the payment of a local tax, including real property tax, covering the award land properties of the said cooperatives, is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, we're through with the committee reports and we are now on the adoption of agenda. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
10.
10. Yeah, we have 10 in our calendared business and 1 for the unassigned business. Now, therefore, Honorable Presiding Officer, let me pass a resolution adopting this calendared business for our 48th regular session. I so move, Mr. President.
Pursued by Honorable Duhali, duly seconded by Honorable Blasen, Honorable Anteles, Honorable Matutino. Any comments, amendments, objections? Hearing none, the motion adopting the agenda of the 40th regular session of the HCT Council with one inclusion is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, for the proposed resolution, Honorable Presiding Officer, may I please acknowledge this humble representation?
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Duhali. Go ahead.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, let me pass a resolution earnestly requesting Engineer Alan S. Borromeo, DPWH 11 Regional Director, for an immediate action for the construction of box culvert in Porok 4 and 6, Barangay New Visayas, Panabo City. I assume, Mr. President.
Pursued by Honorable Duhali, duly seconded by Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Matutino, and Honorable Lamuag.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested, therefore debate and interpellation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments is now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed resolution number 262, Series 2020, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Mr. President. Supporting the motion, we have Honorable Blase, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Namuag, Honorable Hinteles, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Attorney Enad, Honorable Ranain, and proponent, Honorable Duhali. All voted favorably, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed resolution number 262, Series 2020, earnestly requesting Engineer Alan S. Borromeo, DPWH Region 11, Regional Director for an immediate action for the construction box culvert in Purok 4 and 6, Barangay New Visayas, Panabo City, is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, for the proposed resolution number 263 of the Committee on Finance and Appropriation, at this juncture, once again, kindly do acknowledge Honorable Wahid Ranain.
Okay, Honorable Ranain is now recognized of the Chair.
Thank you so much, Mr. President and Mr. Floor Leader. I move to pass a resolution declaring the appropriation ordinance number 2, series of 2020, embodying the calendar year 2020, supplemental budget number 2 of Barangay Maduao, Panabo City, amounting to 20,000 pesos, operative in its entirety. I so move, Mr. President.
To serve Honorable Ranain, duly seconded by Honorable Matutino and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody again seems interested, therefore debate and interpellation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed resolution number 263, series 2020, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you again, Mr. President. Favoring the motion, we have Honorable Duhali, Honorable Blase, Honorable Hinteles, Honorable Namuag, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Carisma. Your hands, please. Honorable Catalan, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Attorney Enad, and the proponent, Honorable Ranain. Again, all voted favorably, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed resolution number 263, series 2020, declaring the appropriation ordinance number 2, series of 2020, embodying the calendar year 2020, supplemental budget number 2 of Barangay Maduao, Panabo City, amounting to 20,000 pesos, operative in its entirety, is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, at this juncture, Honorable Presiding Officer, for his omnibus resolution regarding the proposed resolution 264, 265, and 266, kindly once again acknowledge Honorable Wahid Ranain.
Okay, again, Honorable Ranain is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you again, Mr. President and Mr. Floor Leader. I move to pass an omnibus resolution declaring the appropriation ordinance number 1, series of 2019, embodying the calendar year 2020 annual budget of Barangay New Pandan, Panabo City, amounting to 8,200,000 pesos. Appropriation ordinance number 1, series of 2019, embodying the calendar year 2020 annual budget of Barangay Lower Panaga, Panabo City, amounting to 3 million pesos. And appropriation ordinance number 1, series of 2019, embodying the calendar year 2020 annual budget of Barangay Little Panay, Panabo City, amounting to 3,587,495 pesos and 33 centavos, operative in its entirety. I so move, Mr. President.
To serve Honorable Ranain, duly seconded by Honorable Duhali, Honorable Hinteles, Honorable Blase, and Honorable Matutino.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Once again, nobody seems interested, therefore debate and interpellation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed resolution number 264, 265, and 266, all calendar year 2020, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you again, Mr. President. Voting in favor to the motion, we have Honorable Duhali, Honorable Hinteles, Honorable Namuag, Honorable Blase, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Bangoy, the proponent, Honorable Ranain, and Honorable Attorney Enad in favor. So all voted favorably, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. Proposed resolution number 264, 265, and 266, all series 2020, is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, for the proposed resolution number 267 of the Committee on Housing, Land Use, and Urban Development, can I do acknowledge once again Honorable Wahid Ranain.
Okay, Honorable Ranain is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you again, Mr. President and Mr. Floor Leader. I move to pass a resolution authorizing Jose R. Lampagos City Mayor to sign the deed of donation between the city government of Panabo and Vicente Losada concerning the donation of an alley located at Barangay New Visayas, Panabo City. I so move, Mr. President.
To sub Honorable Ranain, duly seconded by Honorable Duhali, Honorable Hinteles, and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Honorable Presiding Officer, there is an inquiry coming from the Honorable Inad. Can you do acknowledge Honorable Windel Inad?
Okay, good. Honorable Anand.
Mr. Chair, just a few clarificatory questions. May we know from the proponent under whose name the subject property is registered?
Okay, thank you, Honorable Anand. Okay, good. Honorable Ranain.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. The property is entitled to or titled to the name of Vicente Losada.
Okay, good. Honorable Anand.
Is Vicente Losada and his spouse are they still alive?
Yeah.
The donor and the wife?
Okay, thank you. Okay, good. Honorable Ranain.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yes, both spouses are alive, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good. Honorable Anand.
And may the proponent confirm and affirm before this august body that the same property is registered under the name of spouses Vicente Losada.
Merit to.
Okay,
Merit
good.
two.
Okay, good. Honorable Ranain.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. On the title, Mr. President, Vicente Losada married to his spouse.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good. Honorable Anand.
With that, Mr. President, may I suggest that the deed of donation prepared by the legal office, that the same may include the name of the wife, considering that this registered under the name of spouses Vicente Losada, so as to fully effect the transfer of title in favor of the government.
Okay, are you amenable, Honorable Ranain?
Well taken, Mr. President. We can do that on the amendment portion.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Is amenable, Honorable Anand?
Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay, very good. Okay, go ahead, Honorable Ranain.
Thank you, Mr. President. During the recess, Mr. President, this proponent take a glance of the title, Mr. President, and I stand corrected, Mr. President. This property was acquired as part of his inheritance, Mr. President. Therefore, on the title is single, Mr. President. Although this person, Vicente Losada, is already a family man, but the acquisition of the such property was during the time he's single due to the inheritance, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Ranain.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, period of debate and interpellation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed solution number 267, series 2020, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Mr. President. Favoring the motion, we have Honorable Duhali, Honorable Hinteles, Honorable Namuag, Honorable Blase, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Catalan. Your hands, please. Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Charisma, Honorable Attorney Enad, and of course the proponent, Honorable Ranain. Again, all voted favorably, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed solution number 267, series 2020, authorizing Jose E. Lampagos, City Mayor, to sign the deed of donation between the city government of Panabo and Vicente Losada concerning the donation of an alley located at Barangay New Visayas, Panabo City is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, at this juncture, for the proposed resolution number 268, a grant for the Philippine Red Cross, can you do acknowledge the proponent, Honorable Wahid Ranain?
Okay, Honorable Ranain is recognized by the Chair.
Thank you again, Mr. President. In behalf of the my co-proponent, the Honorable Attorney Humamil, I move to pass a resolution authorizing the City Mayor Jose R. Lampagos to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement between the City Government of Panabo and the Philippine Red Cross Davao del Norte Chapter concerning the grant of financial assistance in the amount of 200,000 pesos for the year 2019. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Ranain, duly seconded by Honorable Duhali, Honorable Inteles, and Honorable Blaser.
Period of debate and deliberation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
At this juncture, Honorable Presiding Officer, kindly to acknowledge Honorable Renante Yang Bangoy.
Okay, Honorable Bangoy is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you, Mr. President. I was also part of the member of the finance, but I have a query during our committee meeting that was not being disclosed during our meeting. May I ask my chairman on the Honorable Wahid Ranain if what would be the use of this financial assistance to our city, the 200,000. Since the 200,000, what would be the benefits of our local government in order that we could also avail the blood donation in Red Cross?
Okay, thank you. Okay, go ahead, Honorable Ranain.
Thank you so much, Mr. President, and thank you also to my to the interpellator. Mr. President, the 200,000 pesos was a cash assistance by the LGU to the Philippine Red Cross to be used in its operation of the blood program services under Republic Act 10072, or otherwise known as the Philippine Red Cross Act of 2009. Mr. President, the City of Panabo is providing a financial aid of 200,000 pesos every year as part of our contribution, or shall we say, contribution to the Philippine Red Cross for their operational cost, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you. Get Honorable Bangoy.
Thank you, Mr. President. How about if the constituents will avail bloods for their needs? Can they they will be paying the amount on the processing, or the financial assistance being granted to the Philippine Red Cross can be charged to this in our local government through the financial assistance?
Okay, good. Honorable Ranain.
Thank you again, Mr. President. I forgot to say a while, Mr. President, that the 200,000 pesos cash assistance by the LGU to the PRC, or Philippine Red Cross, is subject to liquidation every year. Although, Mr. President, that we are providing a cash assistance to the PRC, still, if the constituents of Panabo City will avail of the services, just like particularly the blood, Mr. President, they will still pay the processing fee for the blood, which is amounting to roughly around 1,500 pesos per bag. That's the minimal cost, Mr. President, considering the price of the market, or the blood, which will be both without the assistance of the PRC, or shall we say the other blood service centers. It will cost more than twice the amount, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Ranain. Okay, good. Honorable Bangoy.
Thank you, Mr. President. Actually, this is a good resolution, having such amount, because there are some constituents cannot pay the processing fee. Actually, it is the processing fee during the storage was being paid by our constituents. But through these 200,000, which be lesser than the other blood center, it would be good enough for our constituents. Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Banggoy.
Honorable Presiding Officer, at this juncture, can you do acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Emmanuel Pamizaran?
Okay, the Chair acknowledge the presence of Honorable Bamisaran.
All right, may I, Honorable Presiding Officer?
Okay, go ahead.
In addition to the honorable proponent, honorable presiding officer, previous administration, like back then, if I remember it right, that we have a memorandum of agreement between the PRC and the local government, and we are now compelled to give such grants for their operational costs. That's all, honorable presiding officer.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Duhali.
Yep. Period of debate and deliberation is now closed up in the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments is now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed resolution number 268, series 2020, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you again, Mr. President. Voting in favor to the motion, we have Honorable Duhali, Honorable Attorney Enad, Honorable Blase, Honorable Namuag, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Banggoy, the proponent Honorable Ranain, and Honorable Pamisaran. All voted favorably, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed resolution number 268, series 2020, authorizing the City Mayor Jose Iralampagos to enter into and sign the memorandum of agreement between the City Government of Panabo and the Philippine Red Cross Davao del Norte chapter concerning the grant of financial assistance in the amount of 200,000 pesos for the year 2019 is hereby duly carried and approved.
Okay, I need to acknowledge once again the committee on chairperson of the Committee on Finance and Appropriation, Honorable Waidenain.
Okay, Honorable Ranain is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, Mr. Floor Leader. I move to pass a resolution authorizing the City Mayor Jose Relampagos to enter into and sign the memorandum of agreement between the City Government of Panabo and the Philippine Red Cross Davao del Norte chapter concerning the grant of financial assistance in the amount of 200,000 pesos for the year 2020. I so move, Mr. President.
It was moved by Honorable Ranain, duly seconded by Honorable Pamisaran and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and deliberation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody, again, seems interested. Therefore, debate and deliberation is now closed up in the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed resolution number 269, series 2020, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Mr. President. Favoring the motion, we have Honorable Duhali, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Namuag, Honorable Blase, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Banggoy, Honorable Attorney Enad, Honorable Pamisaran, and of course the proponent, Honorable Ranain. Again, all voted affirmatively, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed resolution number 269, series 2020, authorizing the City Mayor Jose Iralampagos to enter into and sign the memorandum of agreement between the City Government of Panabo and the Philippine Red Cross Davao del Norte chapter concerning the grant of financial assistance in the amount of 200,000 pesos for the year 2020 is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, at this juncture, Honorable Presiding Officer, on behalf again of his committee co-chairperson, Honorable Emmanuel Pamizaran, can we do acknowledge the proponent, the distinguished gentleman from Barangay San Francisco, Honorable Jano Paulo Hintiles.
Okay, Honorable Hintiles is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. Thank you again, Mr. Floor Leader. Good morning again to each and everyone. This humble would like to pass a resolution on behalf of the committee chair, on the committees on non-government organization, and the committee members as well. Taking cognizance the letter from Felipe C. Pagaduan Jr., Perbemco Chairperson, Juvie A. Refuncion, Nirbemco Chairperson, and Sulpicio M. Lapined, Sitarbemco Chairperson, concerning exemption on the payment of local taxes, including real property tax, covering the awarded land properties of the said cooperatives. I so move, Mr. Chair.
To sue by Honorable Hinteles, duly seconded by Honorable Misara, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Duali, and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and deliberation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested. Therefore, debate and deliberation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate, interpellation is now closed. We're now on the period of amendment.
Period of amendments now closed.
Period of amendments is now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed resolution number 270 series 2020, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Mr. President. Supporting the motion, we have Honorable Namuag, Honorable Blase, Honorable Duhali, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Pamisaran, Honorable Ranain, Honorable Bangoy, in favor, Honorable Attorney Enad, in favor, and of course, the proponent, Honorable Hintiles. All voted favorably, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed resolution number 270 series 2020, taking cognizance a letter from Felipe C. Pagaduan Jr., PRBEMCO Chairperson, Juvie A. Refoncion, PRBEMCO Chairperson, and Sulplicio B. Lapined, CITARBEMCO Chairperson, concerning the exemption on the payment of local taxes, real property tax, the awarded land properties of the said cooperatives is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, for his proposed augmentation ordinance number 64, once again, can you do acknowledge the distinguished gentleman from Barangay New Visayas, Honorable Wayne Nine.
Okay, Honorable Ranain is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you again, Mr. President and Mr. Floor Leader. I move to pass an augmentation ordinance number 64, series of 2020, entitled Authorizing the City Mayor Jose R. Lampagos to augment funds in the amount of 714,000 pesos under the City Mayor's Office. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Ranain, duly seconded by Honorable Misara, Honorable Duhali, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Hinteles, and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and deliberation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested. Therefore, debate and deliberation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now on the period of amendment.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed augmentation ordinance number 64, series 2020, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you again, Mr. President. Supporting the motion, we have Honorable Duhali, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Blase, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Namuag, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Pamisaran, Honorable Attorney Enad, in favor, and of course the proponent, Honorable Ranain. Again, all voted favorably, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed augmentation ordinance number 64, series 2020, authorizing the City Mayor Jose R. Lampagos to augment funds in the amount of 714,000 pesos under the City Mayor's Office is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, we are through with our assigned business for today. Now, we are now on the one item included in the unassigned business regarding the letter coming from Honorable Mayor Jose Lampagos. At this juncture, kindly do acknowledge the legendary Honorable Wendell Enad.
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Enad.
Again, thank you, Mr. President, to our Majority Floor Leader. In view of the pressing need to kick off the implementation of the Philippine Identification System, please allow this humble representation to pass a resolution granting authority to enter into and sign the memorandum of agreement to Mayor Jose E. Lampagos, City Mayor, between the City of Panabo and the Philippine Statistics Authority, Region 11, concerning the implementation of the Philippine Identification System, or otherwise known as the PhilSys. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Enad, duly seconded by Honorable Ranain, Honorable Enad, Honorable Duali, Honorable Hinteles, and Honorable Blase, and Honorable Matutino.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed.
Period of debate interpellation is now closed.
Therefore, period of amendment is now open.
Period of amendments now open.
Okay. Period of amendment is now closed, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Okay, period of amendments now closed. Those who are in favor of the said resolution, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Mr. President. Voting in favor to the motion, we have, of course, the proponent, Honorable Attorney Enad. We have Honorable Duhali, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Namuag, Honorable Blase, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Pamisaran in favor, Honorable Ranain in favor. So all voted favorably, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed resolution authorizing our City Mayor Jose Ide Lampagos to sign the memorandum of agreement between the City of Panabo and the Philippine Statistic Authority, Region 11, concerning the implementation of the Philippine Identification System is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, we are through again with the discussion of the agenda, and we have nothing for the business on the third and final reading. There is none. For the announcement portion, anybody wants to announce from this group? The Honorable Wahid Ranayan is kindly recognized. Honorable
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Ranain.
Thank you, Mr. President and Mr. Floor Leader. The Committee on Finance and Appropriation would like to invite its members for a committee hearing today at exactly 1:30 in the afternoon. Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Ranain.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, kindly do recognize this humble representation.
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Duhali.
All right, for the Committee on Rules and Privileges, there gonna be a committee meeting tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Yep, I stand corrected, 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
From the Secretary to the Sangguniang, you have nothing to say? It's your time, Honorable Presiding Officer.
No announcements from the chair. Thank you.
Okay, now therefore, at exactly 10:45, according to my watch.
Your expensive watch.
Yeah, not so expensive watch. I move to adjourn this honorable session.
To assume Honorable Duhali, duly seconded by Honorable Martino, Honorable Hinteles, Honorable Blase. Any comments, amendments, objections? Hearing none, session adjourned exactly 10:45 a.m.